Good morning, everyone. I'm here in the forest, really hoping that all this thunder and lightning in the background is not coming straight for me, because I'm about to go walk around and look for rattlesnakes here in Metro Atlanta. So I'm gonna eat my sandwich real quick and hit the trail and hopefully be able to turn up some snakes this afternoon. It's the beginning of the first full week of September, and it's nice and mild. It's about 80 degrees and completely overcast, and that should be about as warm as it gets today. So I'm gonna hit the woods, really hope I don't get rained on, and hope for some snakes. So when I'm looking for timber rattlesnakes, one of the main things that I do is I look for big hardwood forests like this. And then within those hardwood forests, you look for areas like this where a bunch of trees have fallen, creating a nice opening in the canopy that allows light to come through. And that provides for the perfect microhabitat for a timber rattlesnake to hang out and bask. Just a little insight into my thought process today and what I'm going to be doing. And we have a little bit of tin and stuff out here we're going to be checking as well, so I will update you guys when things happen. I've been playing chicken with this thunderstorm for the last hour, and I decided that I'm just gonna go for it. So we'll see if I get dumped on or thunderstormed on or whatever. But it feels too good out here to be sitting in the car, so. All right, guys, well, under that piece of tin, unsurprisingly, our first snake of the day, nice little ring neck. This is a pretty typical example from this area. You can see he's got a little bit of reduced spotting on the belly, but for the most part, they're gonna have spots around here. But yeah, probably won't be the only one we see, so I'm just gonna let him go back into his little tin pile. Well, that was kind of unexpected. There's an eastern box turtle under this old refrigerator. I'm gonna pull him out real quick and then I'll give you guys a better look. I doubt this guy's gonna come out since I had to move him to replace his cover, but first box turtle of the day, hopefully we'll see some more. We ended up getting a little bit of a drizzle here, but I think for the most part, the heavy rain and thunderstorms are gonna miss us, which is awesome. So I'm gonna get to it, and hopefully we'll be finding some more snakes here shortly, because this is only the first stop of many. Well, there we go. That is in situ. Holy crap. There is not much better than walking through the woods and seeing that. I'm shaking right now. I'm so excited. Look at that. Just posted up an ambush along this log. Perfect. So I was walking up from that way. I've got a couple pieces of tin you can kind of see right there. And you know, as I do, I was walking kind of parallel to logs so that I can look for this exact situation. And sure enough, I went to step over the log and I looked down and there he was. Well, I wasn't close to stepping on him. I was about right here and I went to step maybe right there. But yeah, beautiful timber rattlesnake here. About as close to Atlanta as you can possibly find them. You can hear airplanes, sirens, all sorts of other stuff. Typically associated with more urban environments here. And yet, these guys persist. So if you imagine what goes on in this area when, you know, I'm not sitting here, there's probably lots of squirrels and chipmunks and little rodents that run along this log. And that's why this guy is sitting along the log. These snakes know how to find the pathways of rodents and other animals, and they sit in ambush along them until one runs along, and then works just like a snap trap. They bite it, it dies. They track its scent to where it died, and then they eat it. And I can only assume that's probably what this guy is doing right here. So we're just gonna leave him to it. Very cool, just what I was hoping to see today, and we got it relatively easily. So I guess we're gonna go for two, or maybe a king snake, we'll see. One last glimpse of this beautiful rattlesnake before we leave him to his business, but just perfect, perfect in every way. Exactly what I was hoping to see out here today. So we're just gonna leave that guy right there and go see if we can either kick up another one or find a king snake one. Maybe even both. It feels really good out here. The little bit of drizzle that did land here has made it nice and humid, and hopefully there will be plenty of snakes sitting out trying to dry off. So let's go look around and see what else we can turn out. Goodbye, friend. Thank you for being a saint and very cooperative. Let's go flip this tent over here. Nobody. This is kind of cool. This is this year's hatchling ringneck. I think might be the first one we've seen this year, at least around in this area. But second ringneck of the day under that little piece. Very nice. And here's another one. Next stack over. Looks like we're going to be seeing quite a few of these guys today. There's another box turtle undercover. This guy's just under a piece of tin, so we're just going to let it down gently, but it's a good looking little turtle. I think that is number 4. This time an adult that is pooping all over me. Lovely. I'm going to try to record the rest of the flips since there do appear to be a decent amount of snakes under cover right now. There's a little brown snake. Don't see anybody else. That actually might be this year's baby, and he's just growing well. Pretty cool. Nobody else under there though. One little brown snake. First one of the day. Alrighty, we're just gonna leave this guy to it. In-shed little possible young of year brown snake, maybe a yearling. I definitely think a young of year could have grown this fast by now since it is mid-September at this point, so. Nobody under that one. Oh. What on earth? Third flipped box turtle of the day. Cute little baby this time. Look at that little dude. He's adorable. About the same size as the one we flipped under the piece of tin with the KINGSNAKE a while back. Very cool. All right, we'll leave that guy right there and continue flipping. Oh, okay. Very nice. Oh, that thing's beautiful. Well, that is an absolutely stunning female eastern kingsnake. Holy crap. That thing is incredible. Look at that. Just amazing. It's so thick too. Look how stout that thing is. Beautiful. That's how you know you're looking at a female kingsnake too, when they have that super thick build to them. I still have like half of my stuff to hit here too, and we've got a king in a timber already. Holy crap. That is just awesome. Birds calling, looking at a king snake, the edge of this beautiful habitat. What a fantastic afternoon so far. And we're still kind of just getting started, hopefully. I mean, we've got maybe 2 more hours before it starts getting dark on us. Just wow, beautiful king snake. I'm gonna put this girl back under her tin and we're gonna go keep flipping. I've flipped this little piece a lot of times and have never found anything under it really, much less a king snake. Come on, come back to life. I know you're alive. There you go. There's your piece of tin. Go on. There you go. He's having a hard time getting under there because it's so small. Go on, suck up under there. There you go. All right, that works. She'll figure it out. Nobody under there either. Got high hopes for this one today. We're gonna see. Nothing. Here's our next snake of the day. It's either an earth snake or a worm snake, and I'm honestly not sure which yet because his head's covered up. So I'm gonna pull him out and get a look. And it is in fact a worm snake, deep in shed. First one of these for the day though. Nice addition to the species list for the outing. Look at those ghostly looking eyes. Really cool. All right, we'll put him back. We are definitely running out of daylight here pretty quickly though, so I'm gonna try to hit a couple more areas before it gets dark. All right, a couple more pieces of tin to end the day. Nobody under there, but there's a nice spot where somebody's been sitting. Dang, a mole. Come here. Wow. 2 moles in 2 episodes. Holy crap. What's up, dude? All right, buddy. Bury away. Go on. That's so cool. All right, well, I guess there's no snakes under this piece if he's hanging out under there. All right, everyone, I'm making my way back to the car. Just spooked some deer, but I figured I'd run an outro. Yeah, the sun is going to be going down here shortly, and it's a little bit too wet to road cruise, so I think I'm just gonna go home and get out again tomorrow afternoon. So I'm pretty happy with how the day went, so I will see you guys then. Good afternoon, everyone. It has been a minute since the last, or I guess the first part of this episode, where we found a beautiful canebrake and an eastern king and some other things. But it's been a couple days. The weather has been really uncooperative. We had a gnarly cold front come through, which I was hoping would be good for herping, and it turns out it was not. I got goose egged 2 nights in a row. You see a bunch of turtle heads out there. Those little specks floating around. Right there are all turtle heads. You can see them slowly disappearing, but we're out here in an area that should be really good for pygmy rattlesnakes, and we're gonna hike around and hopefully be able to hike one up. And if we can't do that, we're going to road cruise for the rest of the night. So we got a pretty busy day ahead of us. It's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. So a couple hours before dark, we're gonna hike until it gets dark, and then we're gonna cruise. So I will update you guys if we find anything.
Around big trees.
All right, guys, this is pretty interesting. Something I've never found before. That is some manner of worked crystal type of arrowhead. I mean, there's no rock around here other than this. That is so cool. Right here by a major river system too, so it makes sense. That is the first time I've ever found anything like that before. Super sharp on the edges, and then kind of gets wider as you go in. But that is really, really cool. Habitat check. You've got this kind of a rise that comes up out of this bottomland of that major river system, and got some beautiful grassy uplands right here around the lowlands, which should be the perfect microhabitat for pygmies. So we're going to poke around here for the rest of the day, hopefully be able to turn at least something interesting up. Well, we did find an arrowhead. Doesn't get much more interesting than that, but here's this little guy. Just flipped him under a piece of bark. Nice little brown snake. Big one, actually, deep in shed. So we're just gonna put him back, but first snake of the day. Nice little brown snake. All right, guys, well, hiking wasn't super productive. We did see at least some lizards and the one brown snake and a freaking arrowhead of all things. Really cool. So definitely a good way to spend our time this afternoon, but it's getting to be about that time of day, so I think we're gonna drive around for a little bit. Maybe look for 1 or 2 more places to get out and hike and just poke around. But otherwise, it's getting to be about time to be watching for snakes crossing the road. So we're gonna get to it, and I will update you guys if things of interest happen. So we got our first snakes of the night. There's a brown snake here in C2. And then Mike has got another brown snake up there. So 2 brown snakes in 1 stop. All right, there's Micah's brown that was in front of the car, and mine was behind the car. But snakes are out, so we're gonna get back to it and hope we can find some more. But 2 brown snakes to start the night. All right, apparently these are the only snakes we're gonna find today. So we're gonna let these guys go off the road in the direction they're heading and hope that this is not the case. Because as much as I love seeing brown snakes, I did not drive this far to see brown snakes. So we're gonna make sure these guys get across safely and get back on the road. Well, we've done a couple passes since we saw the brown snakes and have not seen anything else. It's currently 70 degrees, about 40 minutes after sunset, so I don't know if a pygmy's gonna happen tonight or anything else, which would really suck, but I mean, it hasn't been the worst day. all around, but we're gonna keep at it for at least another hour or so and see if anything else pops up. Oh, there's been a car in front of us this whole time. I didn't notice. What on earth? Look at all these raccoons. What up, dudes? How's it going? Don't run up the road. Why? What you doing? Dude, what is happening right now? No, dude, you gotta go off the road. I have to keep driving this way. All right, well, if we don't see any more snakes, at least we got the raccoon rumble on film. All right, we did it. Snake number 3 of the night. A little earth snake that is flying around. Doesn't want to stop. Really weird looking little smooth earth though. I thought it was a rough earth at first, but it is not, just a really strange smooth. All right, dude, we'll leave you to it. Really interesting looking, like it's built like a smooth, or it's built like a rough earth, but it has smooth scales. Really strange looking snake. Either way, I got some pictures, so we're just gonna leave them to it and get back on the road. I'm not super optimistic we're gonna find a pygmy tonight, but I mean, snakes are still out, so we're gonna keep at it. I had just told Mike a last pass before we call and go home. Right there. Finally, a beautiful little pygmy rattlesnake. Oh yeah. That thing is awesome looking too. My God. Never, ever, 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 ever gets old. Look at that thing. So beautiful. Flattening out for us. Micah's lifer. We've been out looking for these guys quite a few times together. And never found one together until now. After thinking we had kind of wasted our night coming out here. Because we didn't think much was moving. And then this guy pops up.
I'm not cursed after all.
Nope. All right, we're gonna photograph this guy real quick and maybe do another pass or two and see if there's anything else out. But I'll get some more footage of this guy off the road. This is actually another fairly large pygmy. Not far at all from the one we found last time we came to this area. That was the biggest pygmy I've ever seen, but definitely a different snake. He's a lot smaller than that one, even though he is quite big. You know what's silly? This is silly. Look at that snake. That is so amazing. And complete buzzer beater. We said we were going to cruise till 10 and then turn around because we're far from home. And then 9:47 or something like that, this guy pops up in the road. Just crazy. And it's just a perfect example of the Carolina pygmy for Micah to find as his lifer. Super cool. I actually charged my video light today, so here's this guy in the best lighting I can possibly provide. Just incredible. Look at his little rattle too. So awesome. All right, well, we're gonna photograph this guy real quick and let him go on his way and maybe do another pass or two and then call it a night at that. Absolutely stunning. Carolina pygmy rattlesnake here in the Georgia Piedmont. All right, big beautiful. Good luck out there. Stay safe, stay out of the road. Keep being the most beautiful creature in this forest. And I hope to see you or your relatives again in the future. Beautiful Carolina pygmy rattlesnake. Possibly to end the night. What a snake. I love his little rattle. It's so cute. All right, we've got a long drive home, so we're probably going to do it and watch for snakes along the way.